Hey friends, welcome back for the 2024 planting season. It is starting now. We are starting some seeds, getting a seed delivery today, and also setting up the grow light. Let's go. I already started making some new tags for the garden. It's a great way to repurpose some plastic and they're super easy to make. They hold up well for me in the garden here. I use these yogurt containers and I'm going to show you how I cut them up. First, I just cut down the center like so, and then I cut the bottom off around here. And then just cut this top part off. There we go. Now I'm just gonna grab one of my tags and use that kind of as a guide while I'm cutting more of these tags out, and just cut all of this plastic into little strips. I even have some of these tags saved in my seed binder from last year. I just slide them into the slot that I have the seed packets in that correspond to, and then I have them for the next year as well. I absolutely love repurposing and reusing things that would otherwise go to a landfill or get thrown out. And now I've got some awesome tags that I didn't pay a penny for. Easy peasy. Now I just want to look through here and see which seeds I'm going to be starting today so that I can mark my tags. I want to start some cabbages today, I know for sure. My goal is to try to start at least 5 seeds a day. That might not seem like a lot, but if you can just do a tiny bit every single day, it adds up in big ways. So I'm just going to write on here the names of the cabbages that I'm going to be starting. I've got a tray full of seed blocks here ready to go. I just use really good potting soil, pack it in a little bit, and then put a little divot here in the middle for the seed. Let's start with some purple cabbages. I'm just going to put one seed in each block. You can do this 2 different ways. You can start with the seedlings in their own individual block, or you can use a larger pot and put a bunch of seeds in one pot, and then once they sprout, take them out and put them into their own individual spots. These tiny little seeds do not need to be planted very deep. You need to plant seeds approximately twice the size that they are. So if these tiny little seeds are like the pinprick of a pencil, you just need to put them just slightly below the dirt, just a little bit. Something like squash seeds are going to get planted much deeper because you want to go twice the length of the seed down into the soil. Now we just want to pack the soil down a little bit. You don't want air in your soil around your roots. That is not great for the plants. Let's do a few Calabrese broccoli next. My kitties are such good helpers. I'm going to have to hide these plants someplace they can't get them. Next up, Waltham 29 broccoli. I'm waiting for my seed order to get here quite anxiously. It's supposed to be here today. It has my green cabbage seeds in there that I want to get started today. So hopefully they'll get here and we can get those popped in today as well. Staggering your plantings is a really great idea, especially someplace like here where the weather can be so erratic from one year to the next in the wintertime. So by starting like a few seeds today, and then starting a few seeds next week, and then a few seeds the week after that, during the window of when is the appropriate time to plant these seeds, I'm kind of ensuring that I'll have some food from this, because even if the weather goes nuts, one of these weeks will work out right. Like for instance, last year here on Christmas, it was 9 degrees, and the year before that it was 75 degrees. So we have a lot of fluctuation here. But then also by staggering your plantings like that, you're ensuring that you have food continuously coming in if everything goes according to plan, instead of having 20 broccolis that are ready on the same week or 20 cabbages that are already at the exact same time. By staggering them, you're spreading out when your food is going to be available to you. For these last couple spots, I'm putting in some broccoli seeds that I saved for myself from last year from the garden. There were a couple of broccoli plants that had this gorgeous blue color to them, and so I saved seeds because I thought they were just really pretty. And so I'm going to start those here. I'm going to start a few more in each of these pots just in case they don't sprout, and then I can thin them if I need to, or just pluck them out and put them into their own pots. But I'm really excited to see if these grow and have that same really gorgeous color this year. These do not have to go under the grow light until they start to sprout, so I'm going to set them over here for a moment, and we're going to do something else while we're waiting for our seed order to get here. I have some more of these yogurt containers, and we're going to start our sweet potato slips. Here are some sweet potatoes from our harvest from last year. As I was going through and cooking, if I saw they had started sprouting, I just put them in this separate box. Some of the ones in here weren't really edible, and if they were growing, I pulled them out because they could make us some sweet potato slips even if they're not really great for eating. And so we are going to get these started growing because it takes a while sometime for each of them to form slips. Each of these little spots on here can form a new sweet potato plant. Each of these little nodes on here can become a sweet potato slip, and then once they are large, we'll break them off and put them into their own separate container of water where they will grow roots before we're ready to put them in the ground. When you're putting these in the water, you want to make sure that the nodes are up where the sweet potato slips are going to grow. Usually you'll only have the nodes on one end of the sweet potato, and then the other end is where it's going to grow roots into the water. I like to put these in here together so that they aren't going to fall over, but that they aren't super packed. Some of these are a bit shorter, so I'm going to get some smaller containers for these and I'll be right back. This one is a great example of them being in there well so that they are helping each other stand up. They're not going to fall over in the water, but that they're not super smushed together. You want to make sure as you're doing this, you change out your water for your sweet potatoes regularly. And if it forms algae, it's not going to really hurt anything. It's okay. I usually just rinse it out, rinse off the sweet potato, and then fill it up with fresh water. You want to fill up these containers about halfway. You do not want to submerge your potatoes below the surface of the water. And if at any point you see any of them starting to turn mushy or mold, remove them so that they don't ruin the other potatoes in there. We are going to set these in a sunny window. These will not survive the temperatures in the greenhouse in the wintertime, so they need to stay indoors, and it will take several months for them to form slips. As far as a grow light, you can really be as extravagant or as frugal as you want to be. For me, I have just a very old shop light that my dad adapted for me and added on a plug so that I can plug it into the wall. One of the light bulbs went bad, so I did go buy an actual grow light bulb, but I was using it for years with just regular fluorescent bulbs and it worked perfectly fine. You can look for these resale on Craigslist, Marketplace, different places like that. You might even be able to find some on some of the popular buying and selling apps. So this is how my grow light setup looks, and then I'll just slide my plants underneath here. I can fit a good number of trays under this grow light, but I do also have the greenhouse. A lot of the plants that I'm starting right now could do fine starting in the greenhouse, except for some of the herbs that I'm going to be starting. But it's really nice to have this for when the temperatures outside are not great for germination, or if you just need a little bit of extra sunlight hours for your plants. This is also great. Hey, cute kitty. Usually I set up my grow light in my bathroom along with my incubator when I'm hatching chicks, because it's an easy place that I can close the door and mostly keep out animals and kids from destroying stuff. But not always. But it is the safest spot in the house that I have to keep my plants from getting annihilated. Alright, so our seed order finally arrived. I have it right here. I haven't opened it yet. I didn't do a huge order, just a few things to fill in where I had stuff missing. So let's look and see what we got. I haven't ordered from this company before, but I have heard great things about it. These are from Baker Creek Seeds, and they also gave me a few freebie seeds, so we'll see what surprises we got in here. All right, first up, cabbage. I got a cabbage for fall planting and a cabbage for spring planting. So I got two different green cabbages because I was out of seeds for cabbage. I got a free lettuce seed packet in here. We got some carrots. These look like they would do well here. I think I got two different kinds of carrots for the same reason. One that was fall oriented and one that was spring. Oh yes, here's our other seeds for carrots. So two different kinds of carrots. And then I splurged a little bit and got some blue peas because I think they're gorgeous. These are shelling peas, I believe. I think that's what I got. They're just super pretty. And I had planted some 2 years ago, and then we had an early frost that killed them all, so I didn't get any from them. I got a lot of squashes because I was completely out of squash seeds. So we got a couple butternut squashes here. Spaghetti squash. Zucchini. Is that all the squashes? And then here is our second freebie, wasabi. I have no idea what I would do with that, but we'll look it up. I've never, I mean, maybe a tiny bit of wasabi I've eaten with sushi, but I don't know. And I got spinach. I do have my own saved spinach seeds, but I wanted to just get some fresh spinach seeds. Genovese basil. My Genovese, the seeds didn't sprout last year, so I needed to get some more. parsley. I do have a parsley somewhere out there that should come back in the spring, but just in case. Rutabaga is a new one that I'm adding. We tried this for the first time with one of our produce boxes. It's really good. It's a great alternative to potatoes. My son is on a very restrictive diet for his epilepsy, so he has to be low carb. So this is a way to get a potato-y substance without all the carbs from potatoes. There are some more purple peas. We got cilantro, because every good salsa needs cilantro, and it's really expensive to buy it from the store. So I got some cilantro seeds. We're gonna start our own cilantro this year. I got a refill of corn seeds. I did grow corn last year. It did okay. The type I got was more of an Indian corn, so I wanted to get some sweet corn. And then the last thing I got was a treat just for me. I got the butterfly pea, and these are for making teas. You use the flowers to make really pretty teas. So that was a little bit of a splurge that I'm super excited about. That's all the seeds that I ordered for this year. It was $68, and all the rest of my seeds I've either kept from previous years that I still have some left, have saved them myself, or have gotten them from the free seed library that's at our local library branch. So as long as you have your library card, you can go in every day and get 2 packets of seeds completely free. So that's one way you can look in your area to see if there's a way you can get free seeds. You can trade them with people if you have extras. If you have a friend that wants to plant stuff and you get a package of cabbage seeds and there's 300 seeds in there, you can share with your friend to save you some cost or switch stuff out. So setting up your grow light is super easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to cost a ton of money. Starting seeds is the same way. You can do it super simple. It doesn't need to be super costly. The reason I do this is to save some money. So I try as hard as I can to spend as little as possible when I am getting my seeds to grow and planting things in the garden and raising my animals. I try to be frugal, use what I have, repurpose things, and not go spending a ton of money on extravagant stuff that I don't need. So if you would like to have more tips like this, please follow along with us as we go through our planting year. We will have lots more gardening content, homesteading content, and plenty of animals. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.